What's up, you guys? It's the Anime Blaze coming to you with another video. Uh, I did this video like about a day or so ago, reviewed it, um, but I decided to add in some other things and change up a few things and try to get my point across to you. Okay, so anyways, if you can read, my title is pretty much anime versus cartoons, and who cares? Really, who cares? It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna try to bring up as many points as I can based off of what I think. Uh, just a few things that I've noticed over the past couple of years. Try to get my opinion across to you guys. So let's get started. Uh, we all started out with cartoons. We can't say that we really started out with anime. I mean, that's just it. You can't really say that you started out with anime because that's not really true. I started out with where was it? With regular cartoons. Two Stupid Dogs, Cow and Chicken, uh, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed and Eddie, Powerpuff Girls. Those classic shows. And so then I was introduced to anime. You know how the story goes. I watch anime. I watched anime, liked it. As the story developed, I liked anime a little bit more. So I started developing more of a liking for anime. And lo and behold, here's my YouTube page. The Anime Blaze. Ha! It's all good here. But anyway, all joking aside, all sarcasm aside, I should say. Uh, it's the whole bias thing of cartoons versus anime. It really makes no sense. I've seen videos of people giving credit, like all credit to anime, saying, "Oh man, it's the best thing ever. It's 10 times better than cartoons." Saying, "Oh, it's way more detailed. It's got way better storylines. The character development is so much better." All this good stuff. They're just like praising everything out of anime like it's the best thing ever. And I'm here to tell you that it really isn't that good as what you make it out to be. That's coming from a person who watches anime just probably as much as you do. But let me give some points for the cartoons too. And then there's some people for cartoons that are pro cartoons, uh, who say, yeah, cartoons are way better than anime. It may not have the complexity of the storyline and all that stuff. But look at the anime characters, their eyes are like way huge. What's the point in that? It makes no sense whatsoever. Then all this stuff. And then they want to like rant on like, how they want to rant on how bad everything about anime is, but not everything about anime is that bad. Same thing with cartoons. Not everything about cartoons are bad. It's an even playing field in that way. But I'm here to try to come to you guys with a few facts and opinions. Uh, for the facts of the anime characters having big eyes, I believe, in my own opinion, that anime characters have their own. The reason I think anime characters have huge eyes is because that's the way for one, and it's not even all anime characters. Some people take that as like a stereotype and say that all anime characters have huge eyes. Not all of them have big eyes. It's not true. Uh, Look at some more serious anime shows, and I guarantee you will not find huge eyes on their face. Like where you could see them from like a mile away, where you could see their eyes like this huge. That's not even true. But I guarantee. I guarantee my opinion is that I think they have the eyes on the characters that way is because one, that's the way they decided to draw the characters. That's the way. Maybe they've been influenced to draw anime characters that way because that's what they see other shows drawing the characters like. That's one reason. Maybe maybe that's another thing. That's one of the many styles of anime, how they draw anime. And you can't really rag on an art style that's been around for like like I wouldn't say centuries, but that's been around for a long time. If it's been done like that for a while, I mean, of course, you should expect to see something like that, maybe. But I mean, that's not really anything to complain about. Uh, for the people who say that, but now I'm gonna go on the other side and say, for the people who say that anime it has way better storylines than cartoons, uh, you know, I don't even really know how true that is because necessarily, like, contrary to belief, I don't think that all. I don't really think that you actually need a storyline in order to be able to enjoy like a cartoon or anime or anything like that. I mean, look at freaking Foolie Cooley or FLCL. I could barely keep up with the storyline of that show. I didn't even know the show had a storyline. I just thought it was funny. I watched it for the pure entertainment value. So, I can't really say too much on the whole storyline thing. There are some cartoons with some storylines to them, like Ben 10, Ben 10 Alien Force, and the whole Ben 10 franchise kind of thing. Samurai Jack, that has a storyline to it. Uh, I would say that Powerpuff Girls has a storyline to it, but not really. It's kind of like Ed and Eddie, how the characters they have their own personalities and stuff. There's not really any huge main storylines going on. So oh wait, another one is Code Lyoko. That one has a storyline to it. Is it the best storyline in the world? I don't know, but it's a story. It's a storyline nonetheless, though. So that whole debate about cartoons having about animes having the better storylines, that's debatable. Uh, the other subject of anime being like very detailed, like way more drawn out than cartoons, that's also somewhat debatable. I could point out a few anime shows that do not have the best uh, detailing in their characters, detailing or animation. Crayon Shinchan. That one, the first time I saw that show, I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought a kindergartner drew it, but that was like years ago. I didn't even know it. That one doesn't have the best detail, so that pretty much tosses your whole idea of anime having the best detailing on like fingers and bodies and everything like that out of the window. Character designs, that pretty much tosses that that method out the window. Uh, there's some cartoons that I think have some pretty good character designs to them and actually go somewhat into detail. I mean, with my whole thing with this whole detail thing is that you don't have to go like 100% into detail just to prove a point. If you have your characters look at least somewhat human, where I can make out their face from like their body, and like you can actually tell that the character is at least somewhat human, then you're good. That's my opinion. Code Lyoko had some good detail. They drew it in their own particular art style. Hence another reason you can't really judge too much on detail because every show has its own way of being drawn. Every artist and every cartoonist has their own ways of drawing out the characters and having their own things done. So that's not really anything that you could judge too much based on. Animation quality. The thing that I laugh about really is that people don't want to really bash anime shows from like the 90s and a little bit back. Because people say, that's you can't really judge too much on animation quality. Oh, it's all good. We can't really say too much on that. But they want to go back and sit there and bash all of the old school cartoons probably made around the same time period that probably just had the same animation quality as those anime shows from that same time period. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense. You can't really do that. Stuff from the same time period, most likely made the same animation kind of quality. You won't bash stuff that's anime though. That's all good. You don't want to bash that, but you'll go and bash something else from that same time period that isn't anime. It's cool. It's all good. But seriously, people gotta stop doing that. That's just something I thought was kind of funny. Uh, let's see, anything else cartoon anime related? Oh yeah, another thing, since when do anime and no, since when does everything have to have a storyline, good plot, character development, and all of this stuff just for you to enjoy it? You know, because I honestly found that that makes no sense. I mean, you should be able to watch whatever you want, whenever you want, whatever you want, whenever you want, without having to worry about, oh, let me check out this storyline. Oh man, this is way detailed. This is awesome. You know, that sort of thing. I think you should really be able to watch whatever you want without having to be able to worry about it having some kind of storyline or plot to move it along. Personally, I enjoyed watching shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know, that little stupid pink dog with like the jacked up yellow teeth, with the that stereotype that like all dogs like people don't take care of like dogs' teeth or something like that. They took it. That thing was overboard. They took it overboard with that with the whole teeth thing. You know, with the holes in his teeth and everything. But you know, I honestly, if I had to do an opinion based thing, and I had to choose which one that I liked better, anime or cartoons, I would pick neither. I'd be neutral because there are too many cartoons that are out now and cartoons that are out that were out then that I enjoy watching just as much as I like watching these new fancy anime shows with all of this new computer animation and all this stuff with advanced, with advanced storylines and all of this other stuff. So, in my personal opinion, I cannot choose which is better. And I think, that's just my opinion. You guys are entitled to your own opinion too. So, you know, whatever. But this is something I thought I should do to show you guys that I'm not just a whole anime nerd kind of guy who's strictly stuck on anime and doesn't really like to watch anything else. I just hope I was able to show you guys some of that. But I think this video has ran on long enough, going on 12 minutes here. So with that being said, this is the Anime Blaze signing out. I'll catch y'all later.